Hello, blessings, my dears. Welcome to Inner Landscapes. Thank you for joining me. It's been quite a while. May has been a keep me busy kind of month, and I meant to actually get back to these readings much sooner, but life happens. So I wanted to go ahead and start where I left off. I believe was with Taurus sun sign in the second house. So this reading will be for my wonderful Geminis with the sun sign in Gemini in the second house. This is going to be your reading for the month of May 2023. And I do have a new spread that I'm trying out, so we'll see how that goes. So, what would you like our wonderful, beautiful Geminis in the second house to know about their month of May 2023? What's going on with my gems, my beautiful gems? May 2023. That was the Judgment card that popped out there. We'll see if it turns up later, or if it's just possibly the theme for this month. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right. So, here we go. First card we have is the Two of Cups in reverse for my beautiful gems in the second house for the month of May. Let's see. And again, just to reiterate, in case you're new to this channel, this is for either you're a Gemini with the sun placement in the second house, or well, your actual child that you're raising, or a child that you're raising that you're looking to have a reading or would like some more insight on, or this could be for your own inner child and you are a Gemini sun sign in the second house with a placement in the second house. So I'm seeing well, so first this card, the placement of this card is for just showing or describing who this this child is, or what they are going through, who they are during this month. in essence, what part of them is coming out in essence. And it looks like this Gemini is dealing with a broken connection. They lost something that they love. There's a loss of love here, or something that they connected strongly with. And I'm seeing that this was something that truly made them happy, brought joy to them. It may be a person, it may be a favorite thing, stuffed toy, any kind of toy, but it also could be a pet. Yeah. So they're dealing with having some sort of important connection to them broken. So in essence, it looks like this Gemini is a bit heartbroken in dealing with loss this month. I have the next card is the Six of Cups in reverse. And this position, the card position, deals with what motivates or drives this Gemini child, at least for this month. And this is showing me that this sadness that they're experiencing due to this loss or this broken connection, there's certain memories that are tied to it that they actually fear forgetting. They fear that they'll lose these precious things and memories and experiences that they've shared and built with this lost connection. That's what is driving or behind this sadness or this feeling of loss for them. That's where the true loss for them lies, and the fact that they feel like all of that, memories included, are also lost, when in truth that's not the case. The memories, you can keep those strong and alive in many different ways for as long as you'd like them to be so alive and well in your heart and in your mind. But they really feel, they're really driven by the fact that they feel that this isn't going to be, these memories will fade, and that scares them. That is their true underlying motivation for feeling so bereft at this severed connection or this disconnection. They fear the loss of what it meant to them, when actually that's something that they can keep. And it may be something they have to work at, but it doesn't have, those memories and shared experience don't have to be lost. Next we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And this is a position that shows or talks about what I call, to sum it up, the South Node, meaning these are lessons that have already been learned or experiences that have already been had by this child, either in a previous lifetime or, in this lifetime, earlier in this lifetime. But these are tools that they've already collected, skills that they've already collected from lessons learned or just from previous experiences. So let's see. There's something that they've learned to store away. And to keep safe. And it is something in their world that they treasure. And it's something physical that they treasure. I don't know if they're just naturally good with saving or storing things, preserving things, but that's the energy that I'm picking up. Keeping things safe. I'm getting a very Taurian vibe from this. Squirreling away things. So essentially, for example, they may have in a previous life or even, I guess it could be earlier in this life, but I'm getting from a previous life, they could have been a Taurus and learned how to build resources, their physical resources, through savings, for instance, and how to store away things that matter to them. So this is telling me that they automatically, naturally have those skills of how to save and preserve the memories that in this life they're worried about losing, the experience, the shared experiences. So yes, the South Node is what you already have learned. Skills and tools that you can pull out from your toolbox and make use of now in this lifetime. All right, so moving on to the next card, we have the Five of Pentacles. This position tells us what karma needs to play out, what cause and effect they have to work through in this lifetime due to previous circumstances, choices that were made, whether, well, most likely karma would in this position would be from a previous life, because it's choices that were made, scenarios that happened in previous life or existence that need to be dealt with and worked through and worked out now. And so I look at this as the Saturn card, the Saturn placement for this lifetime. And it does show that they have to work through some situations where they will be left without. And that being the case, it's just things that will have to play out in order to balance energies. Or like I like to think about it as their universal bank account. They have to, balance the ledger there. But because of the fact that they're learning or having to work through energies of at times doing without, they can dip back into and lean on what they've already learned previously, on how to make the best of what they do have, how to work with the savings that they do have, the tools that they do have, how to make do essentially with what does exist, with where they are. Yeah, how coming to, they have to work through loss is essentially the karma that they're working out. But I do see in this that they are not alone, even when they feel and are or seem to be most without. They have support. They're not in this alone whatsoever. And I think that no matter what their circumstances are that they're going through, that may be a circumstance of lack, a good thing for them to hold on to and to remember is that they're not alone in this. They are being supported even through their lack. And I don't see it's only that they're being supported, for instance, spiritually, by their spiritual team, by God. I do see that through this card that they're not alone physically either. Maybe they have a family or close friends that are going through this with them, that support them going through this as the best that they can. They are not alone, physically or spiritually. Okay, next we have this Judgment card that did pop back out. And this placement shows us what they are being drawn towards. It's what I consider their north node, their north star, their guiding star, their compass, what they are being, what their goal is, what they're being drawn to for this lifetime. And that is how to rebuild themselves, how to essentially be the phoenix, how to rise from the ashes of their former selves or a former experience and begin anew. How to overcome their current situation. That's their north node, their guiding star. That's what they are. They haven't quite mastered this yet, but that's what they're heading towards mastering. That's what their aim and their goal is for this lifetime. Finally, we have the 8 of Wands in the position of oh, sorry, I jumped ahead of myself. Just hold that thought. We're going to go back to the High Priestess in reverse, and she is in the position of what you, as the viewer, can do to best support this Gemini, this person that this Gemini is, and their reason for being here. And I actually, very interestingly enough, just got this same card in reverse in the same placement as in a previous reading, the one I did just before this. So that's very interesting. But it actually is it was the High Priestess in reverse, but it was a different depiction of her. But regardless, so the meaning is essentially the same that I'm picking up here, that how you can best support this Gemini child is to share what you have learned. Especially the practical aspects of what you have learned during your journeys and travels in this life. To be open with them, talk about how you, for instance, have handled loss or hard times. And to really not hold back that part of yourself that has experienced similar things that they're going through right now. Because in doing this, you let them know that, like I mentioned here, they aren't alone. They aren't the only one that has had to go through this or will have to go through this. And there's a way through. They do have support, even though it may not show up in the way that they expect or how they expect. They have support. And that includes you. So now back to this 8 of Wands in the position that shows what this child's, what they need the most in this lifetime. Being who they are, what they need the most, what will help them the most. And that is someone who can help them develop an eagle eye, to keep their eyes on the prize. And especially even in these down times or hard times or times of lack or loss, that keeping their eyes on their target, on their goal, on the prize, will help them not only make it to that goal, but triumph over times of lack. It's like something that leads them forward. Even when they don't feel they have their own volition to pull themselves kind of through the mud, this keeping their eye on the prize is that energy that will automatically pull them through that mud in tougher times. So that's what they need, focus training on how to see singly their goal and focus singly on that. Yeah. So anytime you're asking, well, let me put it this way, anytime anyone, not just you, but anyone in this child's life would like to know, what more they can do for this child, what does this child truly need to be successful in this life, that's what this talks about. They need to sharpen their focus, sharpen their aim. And this is very, very Sagittarian energy. So it's quite possible that their North Node is in Sagittarius. But anyway, that is your reading for May for my beautiful, beautiful gems in the second house. Take care till next time.